But do secrets ever really stay buried on the cobbles? There's a diary full of dark, dangerous thoughts next week. There's a desperate one-way flight to America, and there's a fake birthday party that explodes spectacularly in the middle of the bistro. It is horridly proper. We're going through 9 massive spoilers for the episodes that air from Monday the 18th to Friday the 22nd May 2026. And let me tell you, the betrayals are coming from the people you'd least expect. So if you love dissecting a good Weatherfield theory as much as I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now for episode Whisper 2.0 so you never miss a single plot twist. So grab a strong cuppa, get comfy, and let's get right down to the drama. Spoiler 1, George's guilt and the dropped bag. The walls are closing in on Theo's killer, and the sheer panic on the street is palpable. Detective Kit is sniffing around, and his little chat with Todd leaves Summer looking like she's seen a ghost. But the real betrayal here comes from a proper Weatherfield veteran, George Shuttleworth. George is terrified. He is desperate to clear his own name, and in his panicked state, he gets a bit too clumsy. While tidying up, he knocks over Summer's bag, spilling her belongings everywhere. And what does he find? A page from her journal, clear as day, detailing how much she wanted to put a gun to Theo's head. Talk about being caught red-handed. He and Christina are poring over this horrifying entry when Summer casually strolls back in. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Now here is my theory on this. Is George genuinely terrified of Summer, or is he throwing her to the wolves to protect someone else? We know George has a heart of gold, so for him to turn on Summer like this, there has to be more to the story. It sets off a chain reaction that nobody is prepared for. Spoiler 2, Summer's desperate American escape. George's discovery sets off a chain reaction that Summer cannot control. Lisa drags her straight into the station for questioning, and you can practically feel the fear radiating off her. Todd, bless him, leaps to her defense immediately, swearing blind that she is innocent. But George is not letting it go. He presses Summer about exactly what happened that night, and what follows is a flashback, and it is a genuinely uncomfortable watch. Summer is absolutely furious. She turns on George and accuses him of being the actual killer. But underneath that anger, underneath all that fire, is raw, desperate terror. And when she overhears Christina urging George to go to the police with everything he knows, Summer snaps. The next thing Todd knows, he bumps into her in the street. She's got a hold-all bag in her hand. She has already contacted her old university in America. She's planning to leave that very afternoon, before the handcuffs come out. And then, just as she's about to go, a memory hits her. She suddenly remembers a witness, someone who can prove her alibi. The question burning up the fan forums right now is, who on earth is this mystery witness, and will she find them in time, because she was this close to boarding that plane? But that's only the beginning, because while Summer is packing her bags, someone else on the street has been doing something far more calculated. Spoiler 3, Kit's eagle eyes and Gary's deleted secret. While Summer is packing her bags, Detective Kit is doing what he does best, spotting the things everyone else missed. He's poring over Lisa's wedding photos and catches a tiny, telling detail in the background that points a massive finger of suspicion straight at Summer. But the drama around Theo's death doesn't end there, does it? We have Gary Windass acting completely out of character. Kit is already highly suspicious that Gary is our actual killer. Why? Because Gary has sneakily deleted his own CCTV footage from the night in question. He is covering his tracks, and it is putting his wife, Maria, in an impossible position. She is struggling to maintain a fake alibi for him. Is Gary actually the one who finished Theo off, or is he, in true Gary fashion, covering up for someone else's catastrophic mistake? The man cannot help but play the hero, even if it lands him in a jail cell. Spoiler 4, Will's terror and a devastating family lunch. Moving away from the murder investigation, we have a storyline that is just breaking my heart. Will Driscoll is spiraling, and honestly, who can blame him? Ben arrives home to find Eva comforting a deeply distraught Maggie, tangled up in yet another web of lies. But the real blow comes when the police ring with the news that Will's abuser, Megan Walsh, has been released on bail. Ben drops this absolute bombshell on Will during a family lunch, and the reaction is purely visceral. Will is completely terrified. He knows what Megan is capable of, and the thought of her walking the streets leaves him unable to function. He completely skips his PE exam, vanishing into thin air. Honestly, my head is spinning with all these twists. If you are loving the drama as much as I am, and you want to keep up with all the latest Cobbles gossip, make sure you tap that subscribe button. It's lovely having you all here for our weekly catch-ups. Spoiler 5, Bethany's heartbreak over Will's accusation. This is where things take a proper dark turn. Bethany Platt, knowing all too well what it feels like to be manipulated and groomed after her horrific ordeal with Nathan Curtis, goes out searching for Will. She tracks him down to the precinct, hiding away. Bethany approaches him so gently, trying to use her own traumatic past to build a bridge and offer him some some comfort. She reaches out and touches his hand, just a simple gesture of solidarity. But Will is so trapped in his own trauma response, so terrified of being controlled again, that he completely lashes out. He publicly accuses Bethany of touching him inappropriately. It is a shocking, awful moment. You can just imagine the look on Bethany's face. She only wanted to help, and now she's facing an accusation that could ruin her life. It shows just how deeply Megan's abuse has fractured Will's mind. Spoiler 6. Jodie's twisted mind games with Daniel. Over at number 1, Jodie Ramsey is proving herself to be a master manipulator. Daniel Osborne is in a really fragile state, suspended from work and hiding from the world. Jodie sees this vulnerability and pounces. She wants Daniel completely isolated and dependent on her. She spins a massive lie, telling Daniel that she bumped into Cassie and that little Bertie is desperately missing his dad. It's designed to make Daniel feel awful, but when Daniel finally gathers the courage to go and collect his son, he finds Bertie perfectly happy and content without him. Daniel is furious, finally catching Jodie out, but she doesn't stop there. When they see vile posts from an online troll called Truth Teller accusing Daniel of knowing about Will's grooming, Jodie immediately points the finger at David Platt. She is actively trying to turn Daniel against his own family. Many of us are wondering, is Jodie actually the one behind the Truth Teller account? Spoiler 7, Shona ruins. The fake birthday. Jodie's lies finally catch up to her in the most spectacular, embarrassing way possible. Desperate to keep Daniel's attention on her, she casually mentions that it's her birthday. Daniel, being the sweet bloke he is, decides to treat her and takes her out for a surprise lunch at the bistro. Nick brings out a lovely birthday cake, everyone is singing, and Jodie is soaking up the attention like a sponge. And then in walks Shona. You just know when Shona enters a room, the truth is coming out with zero filter. Shona takes one look at the cake and loudly announces to the entire room that Jodie's birthday isn't actually until December. The mood drops instantly. The second-hand embarrassment will be off the charts. Daniel's face is going to be a picture. What exactly is her game plan here, and how much longer can she keep these lies spinning? Spoiler 8. Sarah Platt reaches breaking point. The fallout from Jodie's physical attack on Sarah is still rippling through the factory. Fizz and Carla have both noticed that Sarah is completely off her game. She has lost all her spark and confidence. When Carla suggests that Michael take over some of her workload to ease the pressure, Sarah takes it as a massive insult. Michael tries his best to cover for her when she messes up a big order, but the tension is just too much. Sarah completely loses her temper on the factory floor. Carla, trying to be a good boss, gently urges her to take some time off and go home. But Sarah doesn't go home. She marches straight over to the Rover's return and starts knocking back the alcohol. We have seen Sarah spiral before, and it never ends well. Is she going to do something she severely regrets? Spoiler 9, a familiar feeling at Roy's Rolls. Let's finish on something a bit more heartwarming, even if it has a bittersweet edge. A true Weatherfield institution is finally reopening its doors. After vicious Mal Roper messed with the electrics and set the place ablaze, ruining the adjoining flat and destroying so many precious memories of Haley, Roy's Rolls is back in business. Roy Cropper is bursting with quiet pride as he welcomes Fizz and Chesney inside for the grand unveiling of the refurbishment. And the punchline? It looks exactly the same. They haven't changed a single thing. It is classic Roy, and honestly, we wouldn't want it any other way. However, while the cafe is back to normal, little Sam Blakeman is struggling. Haunted by the bullying from Will and Megan, he is deeply unsettled by Roy's recent cynical warning that he should trust no one. Seeing Sam so confused and fearful is heartbreaking, proving that scars aren't always visible. Well, what a week we have in store. Between Summer's dash for the airport, Will's shocking accusation against Bethany, and Jodie being publicly humiliated by Shona in the bistro, I don't think we will have a moment to catch our breath. I want to hear from all of you now. Who do you think Summer's mystery alibi is? And do you think Jodie is secretly the online troll trying to ruin Daniel's life? Get down in the comments and let me know your best theories. I love reading through them. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to episode Whisper 2.0 so you never miss out on the latest Weatherfield gossip. Look after yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.